The International Association of Chiefs of Police has partnered with the Department of Justice, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention to offer the Improving Law Enforcement Responses to Youth Training and Technical Assistance Program. This program aims to increase the capacity of law enforcement to minimize juvenile crime, delinquency, and victimization. The program includes 4 major components: training, technical assistance, the Youth Focused Policing Resource Center website, and the Youth Focused Policing Pilot Cities Initiative. The program's law enforcement training is offered at no cost on topics such as school safety, responding to and interacting with adolescent girls, juvenile justice and tribal law enforcement, and juvenile interview and interrogation. All of these interactive courses are offered nationwide and include lecture, discussion, and hands-on exercises. In addition to classroom training, we offer online and blended learning options to those who are unable to attend classroom trainings. Since 2000, the IACP, with the support of OJJDP, has developed and delivered more than 100 juvenile justice training workshops and trained more than 4,300 law enforcement and allied juvenile justice professionals, representing more than 2,100 jurisdictions in 48 states and the District of Columbia. Participants rate our training and technical assistance activities as highly valuable to their job once they return to their jurisdictions.
The best part of this training is the quality of the instructors. They've picked instructors that have a vast knowledge of working with juveniles and doing the interviews and interrogations, and so the ability of the instructors to share their experiences over their long law enforcement career with us, and then allowing us to talk back and forth with one another and share our stories. It's an active class that requires participation, and with that participation, you learn the things that you need to take with you when you go back to your department.
They're not just in here learning from a PowerPoint presentation. They're interacting with one another. They're going through scenarios. They're, again, developing those key components of their plan together in a collaborative fashion. And I think that's very beneficial as opposed to just classroom-style learning.
I really enjoy this type of training. I think it's important. It's almost imperative that people attend these types of training classes if you're in law enforcement, school-related. So as a whole, I think this is a really good class. I've enjoyed myself. Can't wait till the next one.
For departments needing specialized guidance, this program offers technical assistance on various juvenile justice topics. Law enforcement criminal justice agencies can apply for assistance to improve or develop operations, policies, or programs related to youth crime and victimization, to provide tailored specialized juvenile justice training to their staff, or to evaluate the effectiveness of initiatives aimed to reduce youth crime and victimization. The program also houses a youth-focused policing resource center. This resource center provides a clearinghouse of information and resources related to youth crime, delinquency, and victimization. It includes a website with a searchable directory of law enforcement programs and services for youth from across the nation, a training calendar, a secure discussion forum for law enforcement to share information, and a searchable resource library including sample documents from law enforcement programs for youth such as program flyers, assessment templates, and program policies and procedures. The Resource Center also showcases IACP's Promising Practice Briefs, which provide tips, strategies, and information on programs successfully implemented to address juvenile justice issues. The final component of the program is the Youth-Focused Policing Pilot Cities Initiative. In this initiative, IACP will deploy evidence-based and best practice youth-focused policing strategies to reduce juvenile offending, reoffending, and victimization. In the first phase of this project, IACP will provide training and technical assistance to law enforcement departments in 4 pilot cities, develop and implement a youth-focused policing strategy and operational plan, create self-assessment and data collection tools, and produce a toolkit for chiefs to implement youth-focused policing in their own departments across the nation. If you'd like to learn more about our juvenile justice and youth-focused policing initiatives, visit our website at www.iacpyouth.org or email us at juvenilejustice@theiacp.org.